Hey everyone, welcome to day 14 of our JavaScript 30-day challenge. Today we are going to make your web page dynamic and interactive using JavaScript. You will learn how to change text on the page, update styles like color, font, background, add or replace HTML dynamically. So let's start with some fun examples using JavaScript demo.html and script.js. So I will just head back to JavaScript demo.html. Here I will add some heading tag. So here I have already added h1. And I will add id equals to heading. So we have this id equals to heading. We have day 14 of JavaScript, and I will say p tag, and for p tag I will add id equals to message, and I will say let's learn DOM manipulation. So this is the paragraph tag. Then I will add one button, and with the id change button, so I'll say change btn, and I will say change content. Then after this I will add one div with id equals to box, and also I will add some inline styling, that is style equals to margin top 20px semicolon padding colon 10px semicolon border 1px solid black. So this is the border for this div. Inside this div I will add one p tag, say inside div inside box. Okay, alright, let's see this on browser what it looks like. So we have this h1 tag and one paragraph tag, let's learn DOM manipulation, change content button, and one box, and inside we have some text. Alright, now let's head back to script.js. Now we'll see how we can change the text content. So I will take one variable const heading equals to document dot get elements by id, and here we have one heading id called as heading. So this is this heading, and I have taken that. After that I will say heading dot text content. So text content is used to change the value of the text, and I will say text content equals to, so currently we have day 14 of JavaScript. Then now I will say DOM manipulation in action. So let's save this and go back to the browser. As you can see, earlier it was day 14 JavaScript, now it has become DOM manipulation in action. We'll see how we can change styles using JavaScript. I will take one more variable const message equals to document dot get element by id, and inside this I will say message. So for message, here I have defined the id message for this paragraph. So we have that. Now message dot style, let's add some color equals to green. Then we'll add some font size, so we'll just copy this message dot style and say font size equals to 40 pixels. Then we'll add some background color, message dot style dot background color equals to we'll add some exa value f0. Let's head back to the browser. As you can see, we have added the green color, and we have increased the font size to 40 pixels, and we also added the background, that is gray. So we can see all these changes. If you select this inspect and select this item, as you can see the style is color green, font size is 40 pixel, background color is RGB 240, and same thing we can see it here. And here also we can change, for example red, so it will change. But if you refresh, it will take the values from the script.js. Similarly, we can add margin, padding, borders, font size, font weight, etc. So now let's see how we can change the HTML content using inner HTML. So I will take one variable const box equals to document dot get element by id. So we have defined it as box. Here we have id box. Then we'll say box dot inner HTML equals to, now here we can add whatever the tags, whatever the content you need to add. So I will say h3 box updated. So I will add some UL tags, write it here and copy paste it there. So UL, and I will add li new item 1, li new item 2. So I will just copy this and paste it here. Let's see an output on the browser. As you can see, we have box updated, new item 1, new item 2. So inner HTML replaces everything inside the element. So earlier we had some p tag inside box, but it's not there now. It replaces everything inside this box. Now let's try and add some interactions for the button we created. So we have this const, we'll say button equals to, we'll get that button document dot get elements by id, that is change btn. So now for this button we'll add event listener, that is event listener is click, then we'll use the arrow function. Now we'll change the content of the heading. So here we have this heading variable, so we'll change that back. So heading dot text content equals to you clicked the button and it changed everything. So this is the heading. For the message dot style dot color equals to red. This is for message. And for this box we'll say box dot inner HTML equals to, we'll say p content changed after click, and we'll close this p tag. When we click on this button, so the change content button, so we are changing the heading. You click the button and it changed everything. So currently it is let's learn DOM manipulation, then message style to red. So we have this message defined here. Let's learn DOM manipulation, so that will be changing to red. And in the last, for the box, we will change the content changed after click. So let's see everything. So I will click this change content. So I have clicked this. So now it says you clicked the button and it changed everything, and this has turned into red color, and inside this box content changed after click. If I refresh again, it will come back to the original content, and if I click change content again, it will be changed. This adds interactivity. Now your site feels alive. Now let's see what we learned today. So we learned about changing the text using element.text content, and we also saw changing the style, and we also saw the inner HTML, how we can replace the HTML content, and also we learned about add event listener and changing the content of all the elements. So I have a challenge for viewers. So when button is clicked, change heading to mission completed, set paragraph background to yellow, replace box content with an image or emoji. Great job. You now know how to change text, modify styles, inject HTML, add interactivity with clicks. Like this video, subscribe for more daily JS content. See you in the next one. Till then, happy coding.